In today's video, we're gonna talk about why you have to let your lower self go if you're trying to evolve, right? Like a lot of times, man, we want to level up, we want to transcend, you know what I'm saying? We want to evolve, we want to step into the promises that God has for us. And it's not that God don't have these promises for us, but in order to have that life or to be that elevated version, you have to let go of the old self. You have to let go of the old identity. You have to let go of the old habits, the old environments. These things do not serve you, right? And the longer that you hold on to it, the more space and distance that you put between the life that you're trying to create, right? And I get it, letting go is not easy, man. As humans, we hold on to things that reminds us of ourselves, right? Like things that reinforce the identity, we hold on to it. And even though it don't serve us, even though it's not adding any more value to our life, the fact that it's familiar, as humans, we hold on to that. Like think about that relationship, or you might know somebody that's in a relationship right now, right? And they've been with this person for years. And you know that they're unhappy. They know that they're unhappy. Like, you feel me? Both parties know that they're unhappy, but they hold on to it because it feels familiar. It feels safe, you know? It's like that saying that, like, okay, yeah, like, maybe better is out there, but at least I know what I'm coming home to. And that's a really bad mindset to have. You know, I'm not passing judgment on nobody, but when you have that fixed mindset, how can you grow? How can you evolve, right? It makes it 10 times harder because when you don't realize or understand that there's more out there for you, you're going to cling on to the things that don't serve you. And I do hear a lot of people talking about how to letting go of your old self in order to evolve, but nobody talks about what you have to do. So in today's video, I'm gonna give you 3 different ways on how to let go of your old self. Like if you do these 3 things, I promise you, you will start to transcend and you will start to step into your purpose. You will be who God called you to be. And if you stick around to tip number 3, I promise y'all, that's my game changer right there. That is something that I do every single day, and it has made a huge amount of changes in my life. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the video, man. Letting go of your old self. Let's get into it. So the first thing that you have to let go of is, in order to let go of your old self, you have to embrace the discomfort. It is going to be uncomfortable, y'all. Like this saying that things are supposed to be easy, and nah, man, when you are really changing boxes and when you're changing your identity, when you're stepping into who God called you to be, it will be uncomfortable. Because you're constantly faced with your old self. You're constantly faced with the things that limited you, the things that felt safe and familiar and comfortable. And it's confusing because they feel so familiar that it makes you just want to automatically go back to it, but long term it's hurting you. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you in the same box, right? Like your lower self is wired for safety. Your lower self wants to feel safe. You don't want to grow, right? Because growth, it requires uncomfortability. Growth requires, sometimes you're going to feel uncertain. Sometimes you're going to have bad days. You're not going to know. And growth requires faith. You feel me? So when you're constantly faced with uncomfortability, like your nervous system wants to go back to what felt safe. And even though, yeah, it feels safe right now, but it's hurting you long term, we have to learn how to embrace the uncomfortability. Like when uncomfortable things show up as we're growing and we're on our personal development journey, we have to applaud. Because growth is nearby, elevation is nearby, right? So we have to change our mindset. Instead of running from uncomfortability, let me chase it. The thing that you don't want to do, let me double down on it. Let me rebuild my self-identity up, because the more that you do the things that's hard, the easier that it becomes. Like you got to understand that pressure is not punishment. Pressure is not punishment. You feel me? Pressure is a way to build you. We all know the diamonds is created by pressure, right? So when you feel that heat, when you feel that pressure, lean into it, press into it, rewire your mindset to embrace the uncomfortability. That's how you overcome. That's how you change the identity at a foundational level. You feel me? The old self, your lower self, always running from hard stuff, right? You always turn your back, or you always shut down. You know, you always go back to or give in to what felt safe. This new you has to embrace it. You have to break through the barriers. And the thing is that the more that you break through the barriers, the easier that it's going to get. It's going to get easier and easier and easier, because now you are that person who break through barriers. The more that you do the thing that you don't want to do, the easier it is for you to become that person. It's like an identity switch, right? So that's tip number one, man. Embrace the uncomfortability. This is life, and life, unfortunately, it's not going to always be easy. Maybe some parts of life will be easy, right? I'm not here to just navigate a hard life, but life is going to challenge you. It's going to push you out of your comfort zone. So why not lean into it? Especially if we're trying to elevate, especially if we're trying to level up. Let me lean into it. Let me do the hard work. Let me go ahead and press in, because at the end of the day, like, staying in the same box, standing as the same person, that's hard too. And it gets to a point where you have to choose your heart. You have to choose what you're willing to struggle about, right? So tip number 2 is change your environment. This is so important, y'all. This is so important because you can want to level up. You can want to become who you're supposed to become. You can have the mental awareness to know that, hey, I want more in this life. But if you are surrounded by old things, or if you're putting yourself in environments that remind you of your old self, it's going to make it 10 times harder. Like, you have to understand that you are what you surround yourself around. You may consciously be aware and know that, hey, I want more in this life, so I'm not going to succumb to what's around me. But your subconscious mind does not know the difference. Like, every single day that we rise up and we go out into the 3D world, we are being influenced subconsciously from the TV shows that we watch, from the conversations that we have. You feel me? From the people that's in our environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's so important to protect your energy, protect what goes into your mind, right? Like, if you want to elevate and you want to level up your life, you have to change what you're seeing every day and what you're hearing every day. Like, it's not about just breaking habits. You have to break the access. You have to cut the chain off. So let's say we're dealing with somebody who want to break, like, an addiction to food, right? Or like bad foods or sugary foods. If that person wants to let go of that lower self, right, and they want to break that addiction, the best way to do that is to influence the environment, right? So if you want to break bad habits to food, then you will put good things in your environment, right? And when you do that, it makes it easier to make the elevated decision. It makes it easier to make the decision of your higher self versus your lower self, right? On the contrary, if you're trying to break a habit of eating bad foods, right, and you consciously want to do that, but in your household or what's around you is nothing but sugary foods, it's going to be easier to give in. It's going to be easier to go back to that lower self, right? Like, again, it's one thing to say you want to level up and you want to let your lower self go, but these are ways to do it. You have to control your environment. That is something that you can control most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Or even conversations that you're having with certain people. Like, if you want to have a more abundant mindset, then you're going to limit or not talk to people who think in lack. And I know sometimes it's impossible because it's like we got our friends, we got people that we've been locked in since day one that we love and care about. But again, you have to understand that everything is influencing your mindset, like it or not, right? So if you are trying to let go of that lower self, you have to let go of the things that trigger your lower self. You have to let go of the things that remind you of your lower self. That's why you can't have certain conversations with people. You may not be able to go certain places with people because it's going to take you back to your old self. Like, you can't keep visiting the old you and expect it to just disappear, bro. Out of sight, out of mind is really a thing, right? So that's tip number 2 for y'all. Change your environment. Change what you are around. Change what you consume. Even me, like, it's certain times where I don't even listen to certain music or certain frequencies. I don't even answer my phone before a certain time of the day because I need to work. I don't need nothing or nobody influencing me in a negative way. It's certain things that I just cannot do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm constantly fighting my lower self every single day, and I understand the parameters that's needed in order to give my higher self a better chance at winning. So tip number 3 is meditation. Meditation is a great way to free yourself from the chains. Meditation is a great way to free yourself from your lower self. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes the only way out is the way in. Sometimes you have to go inward to be able to express yourself outwardly in the correct way. We be so wrapped up in this 3D world, man. We be so subconsciously just walking through life, and we be so programmed just walking through life that sometimes, like, we don't even realize, like, we in a loop. We're doing the same thing every single day. And the crazy part about it is that you might actually be conscious enough to know that you want more. But if you never slow down, if you never take time to visualize the life that you want to create, it's so much easier to stay in the loop. It's so easier to stay, like, just sleep. You feel me? So when you meditate, man, that is a great way to go into the subconscious mind and reprogram it. It's a great way to visualize the life that you want to live, as well as visualize the behaviors and the habits that you want to exhibit. Like when I do my meditations, man, I'm visualizing the life that I want to live, but I'm also visualizing how I want to show up every day. How I want to be that person that read the books, that rise up early, that go to the gym, that eat healthy. Because a lot of times, man, we be so influenced by our environment that we be walking in this world and we might get triggered and we might just fall into a subconscious program, not even realizing like, oh my God, like once you realize that you just did what you didn't want to do, it's already too late. And that's called subconscious programming, man. It's a lot of different things out here that's triggering us that we're not aware of, right? But when you meditate, when you slow down and you change your brain waves, right? You can literally practice who you want to be. So if you know that certain environments trigger you, or you know certain conversations might make you want to go back to your old self, you can literally meditate and visualize yourself in an environment that literally don't serve you, and you can see yourself overcoming it. That's how you reprogram the subconscious mind. You got to understand your subconscious mind don't know the difference between reality and subconscious dreaming. Like you are what you think, right? If you can think about it, you can be it. And that had to happen for me because it was hard for me to like break free from my lower self in the 3D world. Like I work in an environment that can be toxic. You know, people don't have the same mindsets. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I can consciously be like, yes, I want to change. I want to evolve. But if I have all these different behaviors around me, I'm basically setting myself up for failure, right? So with meditation, it just gives me the advantage. It helps me just basically plan out my day. Like this is how I want to feel. This is how I want to show up. And this is how I'm going to act when that trigger comes up. Like meditation just gives you an opportunity to slow down, to breathe, to regulate, to think before you act. A lot of times, man, we be out here acting and then we think later. And I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it too. Like I'm not knocking it, right? But that's what really helped me just get out of that program, man. Slowing down, breathing, analyzing, observing my thoughts. It's like meditation is a way to take yourself out of your body. Literally, like I can literally sit down, close my eyes, do some breath work, and I can like see myself like across from me, right? And it's helped me so much. Like it's helped me so much, man. So if you're struggling with letting go of your lower self, these are 3 things that will help you because it's helped me, right? Embrace the uncomfortability, man. It's not gonna be easy, okay? We have to expect it to be hard, right? And when I say expect it to be hard, I don't want to be negative, but you have to be realistic at some point. Breaking the old self, breaking the habit of being yourself, it's not easy. It's an addiction. A lot of us is addicted to our old self or our lower self, right? Like think of it as being like a drug. Like this drug don't serve you, right? But that's all you know. That's all you've done to cope. So it's going to be uncomfortable at first, okay? The second thing, man, change your environment, bro. Control what you can control. Control who you talking to. Control the music, the frequencies. All those things matter because they are influencing your subconscious mind, like it or not, right? Changing your environment or just monitoring what's coming in and out, that is very essential when it comes down to letting go of your old self. And my last one, my favorite one, is meditation. Meditation is simply slowing down, analyzing, observing, thinking, and then acting. It's a great way to plan out who you want to be in the 3D world. It's never too late to let go. It's never too late to be who God called you to be, right? I understand that it's a struggle. It's not easy. It's uncomfortable. But there's ways that you can break free. I hope this video helped you. If you found some value in this video, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and like, and comment below like what you're struggling with and what you're gonna do this week to overcome that, you know? Like we all have our struggles, you feel me? I have my struggles too, you know what I'm saying? That's why I get on here and I talk about it. Anything I talk about, I've been through or I'm going through, period, man. We're gonna be authentic on this channel. So if you're struggling with anything, just drop a comment below. Like, let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it so that you know that you're not alone. Like we all on this journey together, okay? So again, if you like this kind of content, subscribe, comment, and I'll be back very soon. Peace and love, I'm out.